What is up, YouTube? This is your girl Killer Rose. I'm gonna make just an opinion statement, and yes, I just woke up, so sorry if I'm just having brain fog. Okay, it's obviously tough, but we're gonna get through it. Okay, so this video is basically going to be me reacting to Asmongold, and so it's a video about AOC. Obviously, you know who she is. For me, I cannot stand this lady. Not as bad as other ladies like that are from the left. They are so dumb, but this particular lady is so stupid. Sorry. But the one thing that I can't stand, and then yes, I'm reading from my journal, so the one thing that I can't stand is spreading misinformation to millions of people. People don't know or don't care about history, and they are doomed to repeat it. The fact that they try to make it seem that the minority turned into democracy is false. What do I really mean by that? I'll tell you. This country is built on by a republic. People from other countries sold people for valuable goods from kingdoms and tribes that they raided. So once they raided another tribe or another kingdom, they take all the people, it probably, really depends, but they take all the people there and they basically sell them for profitable goods that they can use instead of like cash or back then they don't it's rare when you have cash. It's not even there. They use gold or silver as profitable margin, but when it came down to to other things, they usually use like other like material and like weapons, mostly things that they can use rather than actual like profitable like gold and silver. They they don't think that's any good, so they use other means by getting rich. So it's called valuable goods. Now that's besides cash. Okay, so you guys got it. So, and please do correct me, okay? So this is just more of an opinion statement than an actual fact. So, and I can get on with this, but I don't have that much time, so we're gonna get on with it. So, a full democracy that promoted slavery and defended it. And yes, the left and way back then, Democrats promoted, meaning they wanted to spread slavery towards everywhere, and they defended it. They didn't want it to let it go, at least from the very south, the deep south. They defended it. George Washington and Thomas Jefferson would have rolled in their graves. If they were alive, the outcome wouldn't be good. Absolutely. I really think if they would have seen today, they would have lost it. I think they would have absolutely lost it. And they would tell you the history that they went through. They would say word by word what they done, what they, like actual feedback from people who had questions. And it's always good to have questions, but it's always good to do your research based on those questions. Absolutely. And so Hamilton argued that if people come in and immediately vote without understanding the natural sentiment, they would accidentally destroy the country from the inside. So it's insane. but that's true. He quoted that, and they want that to outweigh us, the American citizens. So, oh wait, no. Sorry, I read from the, and it's gonna be interesting. So, and I said that they want that to happen, which is the Democrats. The Democrats want people from other countries that don't care about America to destroy it from the inside. And we allow these people to do it. We allow them to have all the people who are not supposed to be in this country vote for elections, for important things, and it's not fair to the American people, and that's why they're upset about it. They're upset that the illegals, illegal aliens coming from other countries can't vote for them, and that's why they call it racist. They call it what they falsely call it, and they want it to happen. They want the majority immigrants to outweigh us, the American citizens. The founders today would see this as corruption to the republic. And trust me, I'll get to it and you'll understand it fully, what I'm trying to say. AOC argues that the healthcare system stands to collapse. Without immigrants, our food system stands to collapse. Housing system stands to collapse. But I think that's total bull. And you can finish the word. Don't worry. If you want to fund healthcare to illegal aliens, that is definitely to collapse. I mean, you have so much people here that are desperate need to actually not only pay their bills, but when it comes down to medical bills, it is so hard. For the littlest things turning to big ones, it's, you are financially broken through medical bills. And yes, they could help people here in America to actually, to live that people should live, which is to live freely. But I mean, with debt and with like other things that are tempting, it's on them. But with medical stuff that, people can't control, that is a huge problem. I believe it's a huge problem. I mean, I feel like it's already corruption that, that people know exactly why it's a problem. They know that they can't control it, so they can. And they can wave it in your face that, oh, you're going to go in massive debt, if something happens. Like, say if God forbid, I had cancer, okay? Because it runs in my family. I'm sorry. It does. Or let's say for some odd reason, believe it or not, it happens. And it's concerning that you could get dementia at an early age. Now, I think it's rare, but it's still a case where it happens. So, I'm just saying, I could get sick at any given moment, and life would not be fair because it isn't. And, I mean, I'm going to say it, that I think all this is bull. We only, or at least they use immigrants as a profit and as a way to silence the American people. And we've seen it over and over again. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of research to be done with this, and I can tell you right now, if we allow these people to come in, yes, there will be a housing system that stands to collapse. I mean, you're asking millions of people to come in undocumented, not asking who they are and why they want to come to this country, and if they are stand by the oath that we stand. And I mean, I believe it or not, I think that if you happen to commit a crime, that's definitely not good. It's a felony. So like, say if you committed murder, you know, or other stuff, you need to get out. You need to actually go back, because we don't need people to be killing our American people. And yes, one person may not seem a whole lot, but it's still one person. It's still one person that definitely did not deserve to die. I mean, they have families. They have families like I do. I mean, I could say that about myself. So I'm gonna go on with this because I don't have enough time. So I think it's total bull. The whole thing that she said is total bull. So yeah, you can quote on me on that. And the most of the people of immigrants today that ICE are deporting are either involved with fraud, committing crimes, or not have once contributed to this country. I mean, at least have your documents straight. If you live here at least 10 years or 15, I'm sorry. I would not feel bad for you. You have all that time to get your paperwork straight and to the point, to your standards. You have all that time. Oh my Lord. Sorry guys. I had a phone call, but thank God it didn't have this video taken down. So, the American Revolution was against billionaires their time. That's what she quoted. Robert Morris, the richest man in America in 1776, had bankrupted himself to pay for the American Revolution. What is a republic? A republic is a form of government where the public matter is concern of the citizens, and they want to silence that in California. So that's heavily unconstitutional. I believe so. And that's what is the republic. The republic is part of California. Hello, California. And so citizens elect officials to represent them and make laws. Do I feel represented by these people who are obviously standing up for other people to create, to either create or make, or committing fraud? Yes, these people, they don't represent me. I cannot stand Ian Omar. Okay, Omar, I cannot stand. I'm sorry. These people, I mean, for her to stand there and going on about this tangent and updating her taxes, I'm sorry. I would not stand there so long for her to do that and try to say that, oh, look at guys, I made this much money now. No, you are, I mean, for me, I would have definitely get the FBI on a ball. And let's see. So a constitution or charter usually limits the government power to protect, individuals' rights. So yes, so with the government's power, it should protect from the individual's rights. So unlike Kingdom, there's no hereditary king or queen. So in the States, so since that there's a king's protest, I mean, if you really want to, I mean, definitely protest against the UK. The UK is going through a huge tangent by now, okay? You may be thinking, Starmer is the problem, he's an idiot, and yes, I think he's an idiot. I cannot stand Starmer for no end. I think he's a two-faced guy that, says one thing and then having to talk about the next, and just acts like a devil's advocate, that he's one way and he's another. He's trying to be your friend, but in another moment he's your enemy. I hate that. To the teeth, I mean, too far from the bone. I freaking hate that. I hate that. And so it was a long breakup between us and the UK. okay? The American Revolution, okay? And it's important to know your history, okay? So, in later years, in 1787, the Constitution was written. Americans were sick of the tyranny that were being placed under by a king, King George III. Unfair taxes, keeping British soldiers in their homes, and cutting off their trade with the rest of the world. That pissed off a working man with a family. Fight for your wife, fight for your children. That's what a lot of people, at least back then, would say. I don't know about today, which is very concerning. You should definitely fight for people, those that you love. And if it's not, since it's modernized now, definitely fight for those who you love. It's crazy. So the United States is a republic, not a democracy. People are getting it wrong, so I'm gonna, correct it for you. Okay. In fact, the Republican Party was formed in 1854. 1854, a few years before the Civil War began, so they were planning on it. Abraham Lincoln was the one who wanted to free the slaves, okay? Specifically to stop the spread of slavery into the United States territories, okay? The Kingdom of Dominion, or the I cannot pronounce that, so I can spell it for you. It's Dahomey, or the Asante Empire, sold slaves to the United States from the east and south. These type of slaves were kidnappings from wars, raids, and between rival tribes and kingdoms. It was all about profit and power. Another fact, they didn't want any money but profitable goods. The Southern Democrats, they were the most radicalized when it came down to slavery. Northern Democrats, moderate but still supported the idea of slavery. To them, each new state would be allowed to choose whether or not slavery should be allowed in their state. So I say we need to have police officers. We need to train them more. We need to train them better. And yes, if you're a woman who wants to become a police, guess what? I got news for you. I believe women should be better. I see women out there that are not fit for their job. I see some of the body cams, and they absolutely disgust me. And now there's some women out there that actually make us look good, that actually knows that they can do the job, and then they know exactly what to do. And yes, but I feel like there's some women out there that are so unfit for their job. And even then, but I believe that we both, I hate to be the biased one here, so I say both of us should do a better job. I'm being serious. And to defund the police, the worst thing that you can do. I feel like we need to train more officers to do the job and help them succeed. And that's it. That's my point. And the founding fathers agrees with me. They added the Bill of Rights. So what I mean about that is that I believe that we shouldn't have illegals coming in, taking the majority of the vote and voting for Democrats, making an unfair system for us as Americans. And yes, all right, guys, I gotta go. Peace.